Many thanks for joining us again. The clock continues to tick to Nigeria's presidential and National Assembly election. The electoral umpire is set and security agencies have deployed watertight security across the country. More than 87 million permanent voters' cards have been collected nationwide. Now, this is out of the 93.4 million Nigerians who are eligible to vote in Saturday's polls. At a briefing on Thursday, the Commission declared that 6.2 million PVCs remain uncollected. This number remains the largest voter population ever recorded in the West African region, but the Commission says it has meticulously prepared for the election. The Commission insists that the general election will hold as planned across the 176,000 polling units. Meanwhile, TVC News correspondents are feeling the pulse of Nigerians across the country ahead of Saturday's polls. TVC News' Sarah Ayeku, who is in Kaduna State, says residents are disappointed with the current administration and reeled out their expectations from those seeking their votes. In Plateau State, Phonom Joshua says residents are happily looking forward to Saturday to vote for their candidates of choice. And while security operatives on their part have sent stern warnings to mischief makers, Lanre Adeyemi was on the streets of Gombe in Nigeria's northeastern region to find out the expectations of Nigerians. And Promise Afoge reports that while the people of Edo State look forward to the election, only 25% of the state's population can vote, even though the build-up to the elections look good. And in Ebonyi State, Ivy Khan reports that the Commissioner, Faleyo Laleye, has warned that those bent to foment trouble to leave or have themselves to blame. This and more we have in these following reports.
Edo State boasts of more than 8 million people, but the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, says only 2.13 million of that size have a permanent voter's card, which is the most important requisite to cast a vote on election day. During a long trip from the state capital, Benin City, to the northern part of Edo State, the situation across the towns and villages suggests Saturday's polls will be violence-free, as those willing and ready to exercise their voting franchise have one thing in mind.
My PVC is clean and ready to vote. I'm going to vote for the candidate of my choice, which is best known to me.
This is my first time to be in Auchi during election time.
It has always been peaceful, and I believe it's going to be peaceful.
Free and fair. And on election that they have been conducting in Auchi, Isako West, always peaceful. No violence. And with the help of the security agents, election is always peaceful here.
The distribution of electoral materials is ongoing across the state. For Edo North, this is where the sensitive and non-sensitive materials were received. And from here, there will be an onward movement to all polling units on Saturday morning.
From what I've heard on social media, what I've read on television and radio, and what I'm seeing here this morning, I think they are ready for the election.
It is less than 24 hours to the deal day, and the people of Edo State are ready to elect or re-elect candidates of their choices into the Nigerian legislature, and most importantly, a new president for the biggest black nation in the world. Promise Afoge, TVC News, Edo State.